Hi, welcome back to my channel. You know, I'm glad that the real Pete Davidson has decided to step away from SNL. Because it gives him time to be the prince in my Choices series, Prince Pete Davidson. If you've missed any of the other episodes of me playing through Choices, here's a recap. And I'm going to do it later because I'm lazy and I have stuff to do today and I'm going to do it later.
Once upon a time, there was a waitress named Dumbass. She lived in New York City, a city that remarkably has 0 songs written about it. One night, she began flirting with one of the patrons at her restaurant, and she later went out with him and his group of friends. The two spent a romantic evening at the Statue of Liberty, and she learned that he was a prince, heir to the throne of Cordonia, and about to begin the process of choosing his wife. The next morning, the prince's friend Maxwell invited Dumbass to join them in Cordonia and vie for the prince's hand. She said yes, and they flew to Cordonia to join in the festivities. Dumbass and the prince have flirted at garden parties, flirted at fancy balls, flirted at horse races, flirted at croquet matches, flirted on the slopes, and flirted at different fancy balls, all under the ire of Olivia Never-a-Kiss, a childhood friend of the prince who feels she is entitled to both him and the throne. We join Dumbass as she prepares for the royal regatta.
I remember last episode I was complaining about not having enough gems to do everything I wanted, and I spent real American dollars in order to continue the story in the way that I wanted it to go. So every day, not every day, but most days, for the past 3 months that it's been since I've played Choices, I come into the app, I do my daily check-in, and I watch my 3 daily ads just to get a couple gems here and there. And so now I'm up to 147 gems. And I think that's enough. I think that's the format now, is I put out an episode, accrue gems for 3 months or so, and then another episode comes out. I think that's what it's going to be. Because then I don't have to spend any money, and I don't feel bad for spending money on a mobile game app, and I get to do whatever the fuck I want to. So that's good. So now we continue courting Prince Pete Davidson. Chapter 9. Race to the finish. Back in the royal palace of Cordonia. It feels so good. Every time I come back here, it feels like I'm coming home. It's the morning of the royal regatta, and Bertrand and Maxwell are walking you back to your room after breakfast. It's nice to be back. Don't get me wrong, I loved our ski chateau adventure, but give me a good beach party any day. Is that what's going on today? I thought we were watching a bunch of boats race. Well, the royal regatta is a morning of sailboat races, followed by an afternoon beach party. Perfect. This is perfect. This is like, because it's summertime in real life and in the game now. That's so good. Hold up. Something is different today. It's Bertrand. He hasn't said anything grumpy all morning. What? Normally you'd be saying things like, it's not a beach party, it's a dignified beach soiree. Or, don't embarrass House Beaumont, commoner. I suppose I've been distracted lately. I've been dealing with some complicated matters concerning our estate. Oh? Political intrigue? Well, what do you mean by complicated? Of course I'm going to be nosy. It doesn't really concern you. I know that. I want to know what's going on. Oh, technically, I'm part of your house now. So in a way, it does. As am I. So if you need help, we're here. I appreciate the sentiment. But for now, the most helpful thing you two can do is make sure the prince chooses our candidate. Now, I apologize for being distracted. You have my full attention. I have to ask. Is that what you plan on wearing, dumbass? The reason I bring it up is that you may want something more seaworthy. Not only will you be participating in the first race. Wait, am I gonna be driving a boat? What if I crash into somebody? What if I crash into Penelope and kill us both? But the regatta is open to the public, so the press will be there to take photos and do interviews. It might behoove you to wear something more nautical. All right, I'm thinking like old-timey scuba diver outfit, where like it's the metal helmet with the big circle here and like the tic-tac-toe cage in the front. I think that's what I should wear. Can we go back to that part where I'm racing? Anytime a social season involves picking a royal bride, the first race of the regatta is traditionally one that all the suitors participate in. It's mostly for show, really. Phew. Then there's no pressure to win. Oh, there's pressure. The regatta is one of King Constantine's favorite events. He bestows an honor upon the woman who wins a ceremonial race, so it's a good opportunity to get in his good graces. Am I going to turn my phone sideways and like play like it's a racing game? But you needn't worry. I've commissioned a qualified crew to man your boat. You just worry about looking good at the railing. So, what you're saying is I should go to the boutique? It wouldn't hurt to look on it. Well, good thing I got fucking shmoney. In the boutique, you pull together an outfit. This is really cute for a day out on the sea. Wow. Is that the only one? Is that the only option I have? All right, we're doing it. Anchors away. Here we go. You arrive at the marina where you can see grandiose, colorful boats sailing through the water in celebration of the regatta. Wow. This is great. The weather's perfect. Yeah, sun's out, fun's out. You know the common saying? You throw your arms up, basking in the warmth of the sun. All right, that's enough of that, you two. Keep your wits about you. Lady Dumbass, you must always remember that in a crowded venue like this, a photo can be taken at any time. Refrain from silliness. And a word of advice, if the press corners you, be sure to hint that the prince likes you, but you don't want to be too obvious about it. Got it. We're close, but not too close. Through the throngs of attendees, you spot Prince Pete Davidson. He sees you in the crowd and makes his way over. Ah, the prince. Maxwell and I will get the paperwork squared away. You go mingle. Our yacht will be docked at Gate B. As they walk off, Pete Davidson runs up to you. Dumbass. Fancy seeing you here. It must be a strange coincidence we keep showing up at the same events. Ah, fate must be on our side. No, it's just... literally, our lives are scheduled around us meeting each other. He leans forward to kiss you on the cheek. You look beautiful today, by the way. I like the rope belt. Oh, well, hopefully I won't have to use it. But I do have a race to win today. Yes, the ceremonial race. You know, it's an honor to be part of the regatta tradition. The tradition of rich people having private boats? The regatta is more symbolic than that. Since Cordonia isn't very big, we don't have many glorious battles as part of our identity. Or at least we haven't for several hundred years. But we do have a defining moment. When a storm ravaged our neighbors across the sea, Cordonians responded by manning every available boat to bring humanitarian supplies to the devastated area. It was one of our finest hours. So this regatta symbolizes the generosity of the Cordonians and the strong bond we formed with our neighbors. That's very noble. I'm honored to participate. Now tell me the truth. Are you enjoying yourself? It's a beautiful day. The staff have been well prepared and we're ready to celebrate our fine seafaring tradition. My father in particular seems in high spirits, but he always loves this event. You didn't answer the question, Pete. I asked, how are you doing today? And you said, well, my dad's good. No, I want to know how you're doing. Also, I love the implication that because his name is Pete Davidson, the king's name is Constantine Davidson. That's good. That's all good, but you didn't answer my question, and you're not even smiling. What's wrong? I'm such an empath. He shifts around uneasily. My father loves the regatta so much, I've never had the heart of telling him that I hate sailing. Oh, don't you think he should know? You don't know my father the way I do. It would devastate him. And besides, pretending to enjoy it for a few hours once a year is the least I can do for the old man. I actually used to enjoy sailing, but one experience soured me on it. What's the story there? Let's say I once felt the call of freedom on the sea. When Drake and I were young boys, we snuck out with one of the royal sloops. The weather had been sunny but turned gray and windy when we reached a few kilometers out. We probably could have managed it if we had been more experienced, but the choppy waters capsized our boat. We had to swim back. I'm not sure which was worse, the cold or the taste of salt water. Even worse, we had to push the boat all the way back to shore so we wouldn't get in trouble. That must have been awful. It was a pretty miserable experience, though I can laugh about it now. We were cold, wet, and exhausted, but we survived. Anyway, I've never told anyone that story. No one ever found out what we did, although my interest in sailing did drop quite a bit after that. The sound of a herald trumpeting breaks through your conversation. Oh, it's time for my father's opening remarks. You follow his gaze to see King Constantine Davidson on an elevated platform, a growing crowd forming around him. Ladies and gentlemen of Cordonia, I welcome you all. Today is a momentous day. As you know, I have a soft spot for the Royal Regatta, and it remains one of my favorite events of the social season. Because this event has always held historical significance and personal importance, I've chosen today to make my announcement that as of the end of this social season, I'll be stepping down as your reigning monarch. And in a few weeks' time, Prince Pete Davidson will be your new king. That's huge. That changes everything. He's stunned. Several reporters lob questions at the king, but he silences them by raising his hand. I expect you all have questions. I promise you in due time I'll release an official statement. For today, allow an old man to enjoy the festivities. Let the regatta begin. As he steps down, both literally and metaphorically, Pete Davidson leads you away from the crowd toward the docks. Pete Davidson? Are you okay? Well, now you really can't tell your dad that you hate this shit. Yeah, I'm fine, but it's a shock, let's say. I always knew my father would retire. Just not so soon. To realize that I'm going to become king in a matter of weeks? Well, that's a lot. Not many guys have to ascend to the throne and choose a wife all at once. It means that my future bride will be thrown directly into the role of queen. It seems like this really caught you off guard. My father usually keeps my counsel on all manners. I wonder why he didn't discuss this with me. But I'll talk to him later. For now, he's right. We should just try to enjoy today. Pete Davidson. See, this is... Normally, every episode, I go, Pete Davidson, ... But this one, I feel like, is me going, Pete Davidson? Like, I want to help and be, considerate and blah, 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 blah. You reach out to touch him, but you notice some members of the press have followed you. We should answer a couple questions to satisfy them. Time to put our best smiles on. You stop, allowing the press to catch up with you. Your Highness, a few questions, please? Of course. The king's announcement was quite a surprise. What do you think about it? When did you find out? As much as I'd love to answer, my father has made it clear he'll issue an official statement later. For now, I can't comment. If you can't talk about the announcement, then we'll have to talk about something else. You're looking awfully friendly with the mystery woman. All right. How long have I been here? How many social events have I been to? I don't think I'm the mystery woman anymore. I think it's pretty apparent who I am. Is that what they're calling Lady Dumbass? The public does find her an enigma, but let's cut to the heart of the real mystery. What's the connection between you two? After all, the social season's more than half over. And with the king's announcement, more than half over. I didn't realize we were coming on the end so quick. And with the king's announcement, you're basically choosing the future queen in a matter of weeks. I was aware my future bride would be queen. The immediacy of my becoming king doesn't change much at this time. Several flashes from the various camera crews go off. You step up next to Prince Pete Davidson. You want to know what's going on between the prince and me? Well, I care for him, but we're still getting to know one another. I couldn't have put it better myself. Yeah. Do you feel the same way about Lady Dumbass, Your Highness? What? He just said I couldn't have said it better myself. Yes, I care for her, but as she said, we're still learning about one another. We're still exploring each other, if you know what I'm saying. Now that's something that people will love to know. Anna DeLuca! Lady Dumbass, surely you're aware of the historical significance of the Royal Regatta. Do you have anything to say on this momentous day about it? That's a weird sentence. It's about the generous spirit. The people's effort to give humanitarian aid and relief is truly inspiring, and I believe it represents Cordonia's interconnectedness with its neighbors. Well put. I agree. Before they can ask more, Pete Davidson steps between you and the press. As wonderful as it's been to connect with you all, the races are about to start, and Lady Dumbass is due at the starting line. One last thing. Can we get a photo of you two together? Okay. Don't do anything silly. Now, I'm not going to make a silly face. I think jumping into his arms is a little too silly too. I think I'm just going to go for a classy kiss on the cheek. Perfect. Thank you, Your Highness, Lady Dumbass. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'm so good at talking to the press. I know what they want. They know what I want. I know what Pete Davidson wants. He knows what I want. It's all good. The reporters walk off, and you and the prince head down the docks. I think that went well. I can tell by now when they like someone. I'm glad. The people take their cues from the press. Come on, the race is going to start soon. We should get you to your boat. You and the prince head towards Gate B, where you see Maxwell waving from an impressive-looking yacht. Dumbass, over here. Your ride awaits. You're not coming with me? You can witness my triumph firsthand. I wish I could, but my place is with the king right now. I'll witness your victory from there. Good luck. As Pete Davidson walks away, you hop onto the boat and find Drake and Maxwell preparing it to sail. Drake? What are you doing here? Maxwell, didn't you leave with Bertrand? What? Yeah, Maxwell, what happened? Well, I have good news and bad news. Tell me the bad news first. The bad news is that the actual crew dropped out. Something about not paying up front. But the good news is you do still have a crew. In fact, Drake volunteered to help out. He volunteered. Maxwell begged me. I thought I was rather dignified. Practically in tears, actually. And you both know about sailing? I used to own several boats, and Drake is an excellent boatman. Thank you for doing this. Aw, shucks, Peckerwood. I'm not going to tell him that Pete told me about the time they crashed. Because then Maxwell would know, and if they haven't told Maxwell, it's not my business. Aw, shucks, Peckerwood. I couldn't leave you up Schitt's Creek without a paddle. Wait, what about Bertrand? Why isn't he here? His words were, and I quote, "Have we fallen so far? Is this what's become of House Ramsford?" And then he muttered something about a ruin and reducing our name to rubble, and then I think he went to get a drink or something after that. Sounds about right. What about Tariq? He looks like a guy who could sail a boat. Ha 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 ha. It was only a thought. Yeah, I'm sorry to say, Peckerwood, you're not going to be cruising around like the other ladies. You're going to have to do some work to help us win. I hope you're up to the job. Trust me, I'm up to it. I'm from New York. It's an island. Well, we're about to find out. Drake ties the last rope inside the boat. Casting off. Also, like, we're racing yachts. Granted, I don't have a lot of yacht knowledge, but my current understanding is that they're slow boats. They're not meant for speedily cruising along.
Hello once again, it's me, Portobello. Yacht racing is in fact a real thing, with the boats moving at a blistering speed of 17 miles per hour. Racing yachts are different from luxury yachts in many ways, but they are similar in that I dislike most everyone who owns one. Many of the longer yacht races take days to complete, and many people fail to finish those races because who wants to be on a boat for that long? You will not be seeing a multi-day race in this episode of Choices. It's barely multi-minute.
They're meant for getting a bunch of drunk billionaires to discuss how they fucking hate literally everyone and so they can be surrounded by women a third of their age. Come on, Leonardo DiCaprio. Drake unfurls the sails and steers the boat to the starting line. To your left is Olivia's boat. To your right is Hannah's. All right. Let me picture this in my mind's eye. Got Hannah on the left, Olivia on the right. Oh, no. Got Olivia on the left, Hannah on the right. See? Got it. Olivia's over here. Hannah's over here. Good luck to you both. I don't need luck. I'm going to win. I hope you both like losing. Maxwell, how do we win this thing? You go faster and you cross the finish line first. Dumbass, you'll be watching the wind indicators for us. When it shifts, tell us so we can adjust the sails. We'll tell you what else needs to be done as it comes. Sounds doable. Looks like the race is about to start. Why have they done multiple racing events? This is a text-based game. And races are all about speed. So just me clicking through here doesn't exactly feel like I'm right on the raceway of Talladega. King Constantine stands on an elevated platform by the starting line with Prince Pete Davidson and Queen Regina. He holds the starting pistol above his head. Racers, ready? Here we go. The king pulls the trigger. Bang. And go! The sails on all the boats unfurl, catching the wind. You notice Olivia's smug smile as her boat takes an early lead. I'll be waiting at the finish line. The wind picks up, propelling your boat forward. Hold it steady. The wind indicator suddenly shifts. I gotta tell them. The wind changed. Oh, I don't even have to do anything. Adjusting sails! Drake and Maxwell bustle around the boat, fixing the angles of the sails. Maxwell hands you a rope. Hey, dumbass, tie this down for us. We need to hold the sail in place. You take the line and wrap it around the notch of the deck. I should do what sailor's knot. You secure the line with a strong and sturdy sailor's knot. Perfect. Looking up, you see a buoy floating not far in the distance. There's the halfway point. We just have to turn around the buoy and head back to the finish line. We're coming in too fast. Brace yourself. Whoa! The boat makes a hard turn to the right, the edge of the deck skimming across the water's surface. I should hang on. You hold on to some rigging as the water sprays onto the boat. Oh, water sprays onto the boat. Ah! Oh, that salty sea air. Whoa. Oh, a piece of cake. Let's keep going. We're almost there. Wind's picking up in our favor. Back to stations. Peckerwood, secure the jib. What's a jib? That means to catch the wind coming from behind us. You hurry to the front of the boat to redirect the front sail into the wind. I should, use the sail to catch the wind. The sail stretches as it catches the wind. The boat races forward. Yes! And with the wind in its sails, your boat overtakes Olivia's. Olivia whirls on her crew. Make the boat go faster! Leaving Olivia in your wake, you sail over the finish line first. We did it! Oh, phew! Woohoo! First mate, you won the opening race of the regatta. You really pulled through for us, Peckerwood. God, those quick time events is close, but we got there. From the shore, King Constantine and Prince Pete Davidson applaud your victory. Returning to the harbor, you and the other ladies disembark from your boats, where Prince Pete Davidson and King Constantine wait to greet you. Congratulations, Lady Dumbass. That was some impressive sailing out there. Yeah, I know. I can't take all the credit, sir. Just most of it. The king laughs. This girl has a sense of humor, Pete Davidson. I know, father. Lady Dumbass, I commend you and your crew. Please enjoy the rest of the festivities. I wish we could stay and chat more, but the official races are about to begin. We need to head to our places. Pete Davidson, where do we go? Where do we go? We, the two of us. You and me. I'll be with the rest of the royal family. You will likely be with the other suitors on the Never Kiss yacht. Alright. You mean Olivia's yacht? I know you two don't get along, but the party she hosts should be fun. Perhaps you and Hannah can keep each other company. A fanfare of trumpets erupts. You should go. I think that's your cue. I'll be fine wherever I end up. Pete Davidson quickly bows before racing towards the royal booth. Hannah taps you on the shoulder. Hannah, thank goodness. You're going to Olivia's boat, aren't you? I won't be there, sadly. Ugh. My parents wanted me to host my own viewing party, but unfortunately, I'm not as popular as they expected. Olivia's really got her hooks in, ladies over there. My parents invited dozens of nobles, but no one accepted. It would be the ultimate embarrassment to not even go to my own party. Oh, I'm sorry, Hannah. It's not so bad. There's going to be a lot of appetizers and champagne and a lovely viewing deck. All just for me, I suppose. Hannah, I'll come to your party. I'll be nice. I got fucking gems to spend. I still got more than 100. Or sure you want to hang out on my family's boat? You think I want to share a boat with Olivia? Yuck. Then I'm glad to come to your rescue. Please follow me. You walk onto Hannah's yacht. Decadent chocolate-covered strawberries and champagne flutes are set out next to cushioned seats and silken pillows. Welcome to my humble yacht. It's a yacht. How can it be humble at all? Everything here is so nice. It's a public appearance. My family wants to look good in front of the royal family. I think it's of the utmost importance that I impress everyone here, no matter how extravagant the display. You already look good to me. You don't need flashy things when you have yourself. But a few things don't hurt. A waiter approaches with a tray of chilled champagne flutes and mint water. Well, dumbass, what do you have? What do I drink? I'll have some champagne. I'm feeling good. Cheers. Looking around, you see at least a dozen waiters at the ready. Countless bottles of champagne rest in chilled buckets. This is actually a lot of champagne, even for a party. Well, the ship is new and hasn't been named yet. Naming it would have been cause for celebration. But since you're here, I'm hoping you'll help me christen it. You want my help? Yeah, it'll be fun. What do you even call the ship? The Flying Cordonian? Heart of Gold? Almost Heaven? Aphrodite? What do you name the boat? Oh, now this is a pregunta. Ah, I can't name it the Staten Island Ferry. Bodie McBoatface is a classic. Every time I'm in the streets, I hear yacht, 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 yacht. That'd be good. But I think that's probably too many characters if I can't do the Staten Island Ferry. Oh. SCH. Okay, I thought so. How about Greg Hirsch? Greg Hirsch, I like it. She has not seen Succession. All aboard Greg Hirsch! Not so fast. We need to officially christen her first. Hannah offers you a bottle full of champagne. We should do it together. Alright, we both named it after all. You did not. What? Holding the bottle together, you and Hannah smash it on the railing. I'm imagining we take, like... I don't have any bottles near me. Fuck. Look, this is my champagne bottle, right? So this is the, like, the part that gets slender and has the, like, top to it. I imagine we just took it and just fucking beat the devil out of the side of the ship with the big part and just broke it. Holding the bottle together, you and Hannah smash it on the railing. The foamy beverage runs down the side of the boat. Woo! Greg Hirsch is officially in business. Just in time for the race, too. The boats are taking their position. In the distance, boats gather at the starting line, their colored sails dotting the horizon. Which boat do you think is going to win? The boat with the sails. You're a woman who likes to keep her options open. The starting pistol fires. Bang! And the sails inflate as they catch the wind. The boats sail off into the horizon. How far out do they go? Quite a ways. We won't see them again for a couple hours. It's a long race. In the meantime, do you want to take the boat out for a ride? Hell yeah, I want to take Greg Hirsch for a spin. Hannah sends word down to the crew, and before you know it, you're cruising along the crystal clear water. The view up here is amazing. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Dumbass, thank you for coming to my party. Honestly, I would do anything for you. You're too good to me, dumbass. Nonsense. You deserve all the goodness in the world. In the horizon, the first of the returning sailboats appear. The boats are back. Wow, it's been hours. Let's head back to see the winner. You know, I thought they were like saying, oh, the boats are going to be out for hours so that me and Hannah would get to do like something other than just say, I like being here with you. I like being here with you too. Damn, I can't believe they're back already. You return to the line of spectating boats in time to see the winner cross the finish line. Pirate Sails won! The royal family greets the winners and presents each one with a medal and a wreath. Hannah sighs. What's wrong? They look so happy. It's just my whole life. I've done nothing but lose. Ooh. But you're amazing at everything. Nothing that really counts. I lost my fiancé. I lost my family's respect. They think I'm a complete failure. You also lost the boat race today, Hannah, so you should, I'm sure you'll feel like a winner one day. Look how talented you are. You walk over to the tub of champagne and grab a bottle. You know, we could have our own victory celebration right now. For what? To celebrate you. What a kind, talented, and beautiful person you are. I'm not gonna spray Hannah with it. I'm gonna pour us 2 glasses, alright? You steadily pour the champagne into the glasses and offer one to Hannah. Cheers. Cheers. You clink and you drink. We're nearly back to the shore. I can't believe the regatta's already over. I was really dreading today. But thanks to you, it was more fun than I ever expected. I had fun too. Good. Hannah smiles at you as Greg Hirsch reaches the dock. After the races, you and the other suitors gather on the dock. Now the real party begins. Maxwell already told me how excited he is for the beach party. It's not just a party. It's an extravaganza. And the press will certainly be in attendance. It means more time with the prince, too. Ready to hit the beach for a royal extravaganza? Your chance to impress the court and the prince while you have fun in the sand is coming up in the next chapter. Oh, this is new. Chapter 10. Beach party. After the regatta, you, Hannah, and Maxwell walk along the docks. Ready for the beach extravaganza? Why? Is there something I should have prepped? Will the press be there? Nope, it's just a fun party on one of the most gorgeous private beaches in the area. It sounds amazing. The water's so unbelievably beautiful. I can't wait to get out of this dress and into my bikini. I knew I was forgetting something. Dumbass, you didn't happen to bring a swimsuit, did you? Never mind, we can buy one on the way. Okay, Hannah, why don't you go on ahead? We'll see you at the beach. See ya! You quickly duck into a boutique and try on a swimsuit. Looks like they only have one. Let's see it. A special scene with Hannah and Drake. I want to see Pete. I mean, I got the gems. Why not, huh? I'm spending money. That looks good on you. Thanks, Maxwell. Now we better get into this fancy beach party before you miss all the fun. A little while later, you arrive at the beach with Maxwell. All right, where's Pete Davidson at? Looks like he's tied up with the Queen and Madeline right now. Ugh. Should I try to make a move? Better to bide your time. You'll likely only get one shot at spending time with him today. Better to do it when Queen Regina's not around. In the meantime, we might as well eat. You and Maxwell make your way to a beach buffet. You linger by the table when Hannah approaches. Have you tried the appetizers? What are they? Some kind of avant-garde gourmet seafood thing? They seem a little fishy. Literally. It's fucking great. It's a bit high-end, but we should give it a try. I'm a fan of adventurous tastes. You, Maxwell, and Hannah try the appetizer. Squishy. It tastes like caviar, and very expensive caviar at that. Kind of like a fresh, salty sea jello. Over by the picnic area, Drake stands by a table loaded with food. He waves you over. I hope you all came hungry because the real food has arrived. Is this barbecue? Ah yes, classic Americana. You've got pulled pork, chicken kebabs, brisket, ribs, vegetables, and sauces unique to regions all over the world. And you can't forget the classic Sloppy Joe. Oh, what? Seasoned ground beef with onions, tomato sauce, and whatever else you feel like throwing in there. You had me at not fish. It looks messy but intriguing. A Sloppy Joe looks messy, huh? Good eye, Hannah. I love Sloppy Joes. They're basically all I ate throughout middle school. Thank you, Lady Peckerwood. Somebody else can appreciate a simple dish. It does seem a little strange to have such casual food here. Pete Davidson thought Peckerwood would appreciate it. A taste of home. This was his idea? Mostly. From a purely selfish angle, I'm not exactly a caviar and oysters kind of guy, so got it. Anyway, let's dig in. I love a good barbecue. Reminds me of cookouts on the lawn or summers with family. Aw, Drake, that's actually kind of sweet. It's not. Now, would you rather talk or would you rather eat? Eat. I'm starving. Well, I can give it a try. Group digs into the barbecue assortment. So, how does one eat a Sloppy Joe? Utensils or hands? It's your choice. There's no protocol? How are you supposed to elegantly eat at social gatherings? It's a Sloppy Joe. There's not going to be anything elegant about this. You just have to stop caring what everyone thinks, Hannah, like this. Maxwell devours the food from his plate. Now you're getting it. I think my parents would murder me if they ever saw me doing that. Hannah delicately uses a fork and knife to take a bite. Oh, this is delicious. Rich, tangy, sweet, and so good. Your eyes linger on Hannah when she smiles at you, her lips covered in barbecue sauce. What? You're looking pretty saucy there, Hannah. Her hands fly to her face, accidentally smearing more sauce over her cheek. Oh my gosh! Hannah, don't worry. I'll get that for you. Grabbing after you, wipe away the sauce from Hannah's lips. Thank you, dumbass. I really am romancing Hannah so much today. Happy Pride, everyone. Hey, according to Drake, getting messy is half the point. Exactly. Guys, it's called a sloppy Joe. Like, what? What more information do you need? Well, Maxwell, it looks like a sauce container exploded on you, so mission accomplished. Maxwell continues eating, undaunted by his sauce-smeared face, and you all enjoy the barbecue as time drifts by. Again, that was so good. I'll have to ask the chefs back home to add barbecue chicken to the rotation. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to enjoy the water. I'm ready to stretch out like a beached whale. So yourself, you come with me, Peckerwood? Hannah? Hang on, we need to put on sunscreen. Do we really? Yes. I would love some sunscreen. Luckily, I brought enough for everyone. Hannah pulls off her dress to reveal a bikini underneath. Reluctantly, Drake hangs back and takes off his shirt. I don't believe that he reluctantly took off his shirt for 1 fucking second. Who should you apply sunscreen to? Hannah, my good friend. We're just friends, guys. That's how history's going to remember us. Drake pours some sunscreen onto his hand, pats him on his face, and tosses the bottle to you. Thanks. That's good enough for me. I'll see you down by the water. This motherfucker's going to be looking like Larry the Lobster. He is going to be absolutely red. All right, Hannah, you need any help? Yes, please. Can you help me reach my back? You rub my back, I'll rub yours. Hannah turns her back to you. Starting with the shoulders, you rub sunscreen down her back. Thanks for the help. I'd be a bad friend if I let the sun burn you. I don't want to be a bad friend either. Turn around. It's your turn. Hannah massages sunscreen in your shoulders. Her soft hands make her way down to the small of your back. Your swimsuit is really pretty. You look good in it. Thanks. All right, you're all set. Let's find our wayward Drake. You and Hannah walk to the sea and find Drake already splashing around in the water. He walks out to greet you. Come on in. The water's great. I don't see why he should have all the fun. I'm going in. Dumbass, you coming? What should you do? Swim with Hannah and Drake or skip it? I mean, like, what's gonna happen, huh? They're gonna be like, oh, who do you want to flirt with? Hannah or Drake? I'll do it. Let's do this. Drake runs in. You and Hannah follow him into the water. It's colder than I thought. You just need to adjust. Here, let me help. Drake splashes Hannah, the water crashing into her face. That was a cheap shot. Hannah returns fire, splashing Drake with a wave of water. Now we're talking. Drake splashes water in your direction, but it falls short. He's declaring war. It was a warning shot. Who should you target? I'm gonna target Hannah. Truce? Truce. Together, you and Drake bombard Hannah from 2 different angles. Oh, that's funny. I'll tap to continue, though. I don't need to keep staring at Hannah. Ugh. Okay. I get it. I'm vanquished. You and Drake high five. Nice work, Peckerwood. Let that be a warning that all should fear these cannons. And while we're having competitions, let's race, Peckerwood. Why have they done multiple racing events? Were you not intimidated by my splashing prowess? Let's see how scary you are without my help. Oh. Alright, you're on. I'll be the judge. Let's swim to the far end of this beach and back to these rocks. Agreed. You and Drake line up near the rocks. A flare of splashes erupts as you and Drake take off. He swims out to an early lead. I should speed up. You put more strength into your fluid swimming motions. Yes! Reaching the far end of the beach, you swim close enough that Drake's feet are within reach. I should ignore him. You ignore him and swim onward. As you turn to swim back to the rocks, you see that Drake maintains a short lead. As you're closing towards the finish line, your muscles begin to burn from swimming so far. I should fight through it. The finish line is almost within reach. Drake's pace slows down and you're able to overtake him. Dumbass wins. Yes! I thought I had it. Dumbass, in celebration of your victory, I want to give you something. Is it a kiss? Calm down there, Peckerwood. Hannah cups your face and gives you a peck on the cheek. Like that. You should always ask for what you want. But I have something else in mind, too. Wait right here. Hannah dives below the surface. Through the clear water, you see her swim to the bottom of the shallows. Hannah resurfaces. Holding out her hand, she shows you a brightly colored seashell. How did you find this? I saw it sitting at the bottom while you were racing. They're quite common in the area. How come I don't get anything? You're a loser. Should have swam faster. Hannah quickly dives down and resurfaces. She hands Drake a silver dollar. For you. A silver dollar? A sand dollar? What am I saying? What am I supposed to do with this? You should eat it. Can I eat it? I wouldn't recommend it. It's useless to me then. Drake lets the sand dollar drift down to the seafloor. I'm starting to feel cold, so I think it's time for some sunbathing. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty done here myself. It was nice to get in the water for a bit, though. You swim ashore, your wet hair glistening in the sun. Maxwell waits for you on the beach, and you sit in the sand next to him. You seem a little overdressed for the beach. Huh? Don't you want to kick off your shoes? I guess that's the thing to do at the beach, isn't it? Maxwell takes off his leather shoes and socks and wiggles his toes in the sand. Now this is feeling a little more like a party. Are you having a good time? It's nice to relax on the beach. I don't even remember the last time I was on vacation. Yeah, I hate to burst your bubble, but I see an opportunity for you. Look over there. Dumbass, there you are. Dude, we're at the beach. Take off the sweater. Looking for me? Yeah, I brought you a drink. It's hot out, so I thought you'd like something refreshing. Mint lemonade. Take a sip. You take a sip of the lemonade, savoring the taste on your tongue. Perfect. Tart and sugary, just like you. I'm tart? In a way, you certainly have an interesting way of letting your opinions be known. Not hearing the compliment yet. And you're incredibly sweet? Aw, thanks. Now, I can't believe you'd come all this way to see me just to give me a drink. What if I did? It's all part of the royal service. Oh, really? What other services can I expect from the Crown Prince of Cordonia? Well, to be honest, I was looking for you because I wanted to take you somewhere. I know of a special place called the Forgotten Falls. It's a short hike from here, but it's gorgeous. I used to go there often as a kid. It's a really special place to me. I don't want to share it with just anyone, but it would mean a lot to me to share it with you. I'd like to go there with you now if you're up for it. Not to mention that it'd be some time alone together. Well, yes, there's that too. Let's go to the falls. I got the jams. I'm glad you said that. You place your drink down and he takes your hand, leading you past the beach and through some brush. You and Prince Pete Davidson arrive at a gorgeous waterfall. Look at it. Just look at how gorgeous it is. Here we are at the Forgotten Falls. Do you like it? It's so romantic that you need to kiss me right now, if the lady insists. Pete Davidson leans in and kisses you gently. Oh, there's a legend about how this waterfall came to be. Oh, is there? It's said that hundreds of years ago there were two lovers from warring clans, both alike in dignity. In fair Cordonia, where we lay our scene. Man, nothing could have stopped this, but we're going to tell you the story anyway, and this is how it happened. They were forbidden from being together, but they would meet here at this hidden cove and make their plans to run away together. When the day came for them to leave, they vowed to meet here at dawn. When dawn came, the woman waited and waited, but her lover never appeared. They say that he was caught by her people and killed. But she never had the heart to leave this spot. She knelt on the cliffs and wept, and her tears became the waterfall until that's all that was left of her. That's a sad story. Oh, again, I'm such an empath. Tell me, dumbass, what would you have done if you were the woman in the story? This is his equivalent of, would you still love me if I was a worm? And the answer is always yes. If I were the woman in the story, I would have never let anyone touch my lover in the first place. You know what? I believe you. Yeah, from New York. You're one of the fiercest people I've ever met, dumbass. It's said that if two lovers climb to the top of the waterfall and jump in together, they'll get the blessing of the Lady of the Waterfall. Is this your way of telling me that we're gonna jump in? Exactly. As you watch, Pete Davidson pulls off his shirt and drops it on the ground. Shall we? Seems like you're already dressed for the occasion. Now we climb. Up the cliff face? There's not exactly an elevator way out here. Are you up for it? I can make it if you help me. I'll be with you every step of the way. Pete Davidson leads you over the cliff to boost you up. With Pete Davidson's help, the two of you make it up to the top. We did it. Ready to jump? You peer over the edge of the waterfall. I didn't realize how high up we are. It's better if you don't think about that right now. Hold my hand. You put your hand in his. Someone called this a leap of faith. On 3. 1, 2, 3! Woo! You and Pete Davidson jump. The exhilarating fall takes your breath away. Then you hit the cool, clear water and kick your way back to the surface. That was amazing. The two of you float in the water for a moment. Pete Davidson reaches out and brushes his hand against yours. Oh, thank you. For what? For coming here with me, for actually getting to know me, for caring about me, dumbass. I've never had anyone in my life like you. Now that I have you, I never want to lose you. I should kiss him. Pulling Pete Davidson close, you press your lips to his. Your hand moves to his chest. Dumbass. You can't say all those romantic things to me and not expect to get kissed. Fair enough. I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy it. It's just what? I don't know what's going to happen, but the last thing I'd want is for you to get hurt. What do you think? They're going to assassinate me for being the new queen of Cordonia? Pete Davidson, you just said I was one of the fiercest women you know. It's sweet of you to worry about me. I know it means you care about me, but I'm a dynamo, alright? I can take care of myself. I do care, dumbass, more than you know, and definitely more than I should. He looks down at you, taking your hand in his gaze intent. You can feel your heart race. Dumbass. I'm just gonna hug him. I'm gonna just pull him close. Your head turned into his chest, feeling the strength of his heartbeat against your ear. When you pull away, he's looking down at you, his eyes dark with desire and something else. We haven't known each other very long, but every moment I spend with you, I can't help but feel... Dumbass, I think I'm in love. Suddenly, movement explodes from the bushes next to you. You see a startled bird shoot off as a fox chases it. You were saying? Never mind. It was nothing! That's a lie! He shakes his head and gives you a regretful look. I suppose we should head back. Yeah, we've been gone long enough that people will be starting to look for us. No matter how much time we have together, dumbass, it's never enough, is it? Not by a long shot. Back on the beach, just after the sun is set. Just after. The sky is fucking dark as hell. I had a good time, dumbass. I find myself reluctant to leave you. Maybe we can just take a little while longer? You take his hand, smiling up at him, but suddenly you hear Pete Davidson's name being called. Pete Davidson? You pull your hand away quickly as King Constantine approaches you. Father, you're on the beach. I have been known to leave the palace to grace our shores from time to time. I just mean we rarely get the honor of your presence at the beach party after the regatta. You have me there, but today I thought it might be warranted. I'm sure you heard my announcement earlier about my retirement. I did. I feel I owe you an explanation. Lady Dumbass, please pardon us, but I'd like to have a moment alone with my son. No, I think that's okay. I think I'm more than okay with letting you two talk. Of course, Your Highness. I'll find you later, Lady Dumbass. You curtsy hurriedly and walk away. The king looked troubled. I hope everything is okay. Maybe he's fallen ill? A little while later, you join up with Maxwell again, climbing into a limo with him and Bertrand. Look who finally made it. I'm sure my absence was absolutely heart-wrenching for you. Aren't you sad you missed out, Bertrand? Roasting in the sun while watching little boats go by is hardly what I'd consider stimulating. Yeah, Bertrand definitely seems like the kind of dude who just burns so easily. In fact, I wouldn't even be here right now if I thought Maxwell could handle this on his own. Between forgetting to teach her the Cordonian waltz and not warning her that she'd need swim attire, I'm starting to wonder if I can trust you with even the simplest tasks. And I'll be keeping a closer eye on Dumbass, even if it means neglecting our estate. So clear your calendars. We need to prepare for the next event. Can we at least take the night off? It's been a long day. We all deserve some rest. You can rest when Dumbass is crowned Queen of Cordonia. And from where we're standing, that's not going to be anytime soon. What the fuck are you... You don't know shit. What I meant was, tonight I want to stay up all night to train and prepare Dumbass for the next event. I'm glad we're in agreement. Now, Dumbass, we'll be preparing you for the Apple Blossom Festival. Great, Cordonian apples are a staple of the economy, right? What is that? It's kind of what it sounds like. I hope you like apples, because this festival's got a lot of them. What will happen at Cordonia's Apple Blossom Festival? Find out in the next chapter. What is this screen? Oh, and so now I have to go back to get all these pictures saved up on my phone? That's also so funny that it's like, hey, look at Hannah. I don't like sexualizing fictional cartoon characters, that's all. I still got 54 gems, so I'm feeling pretty good. I didn't think I was going to romance Hannah so much today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, and you wouldn't mind leaving a like or subscribing, I'd really appreciate that. If you want to relive the magic thus far, you can watch any other choices videos. There's a playlist that's got all of them in it. There'll be a link, I don't know, on the screen probably on the screen. No, I really do enjoy making these choices videos because it gives me some time to just write for other videos while also just being able to sit down and know that I'm gonna have something to film. And I'm really glad that a lot of people seem to be enjoying the story of Dumbass and Pete Davidson, because I'm having a great time with it. I've got a podcast. It's called the Big Cat Comedy Podcast. It's me and my friend Eli, and we talk about pop culture and the news and animal facts. It's a whole thing. If you want to check it out, there's a link in the description. It's wherever you find your podcasts. There's a podcast there, I promise. I mean, wherever you find a podcast, there is a podcast there, yes. And wherever you listen to your podcast, our podcast is also there. So if you want to listen to my podcast in specific, you can check that out. But if you also just want to listen to a podcast in general, I've heard Dungeons and Daddies is quite good. Again, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.